Get ready for a wild ride because Pellegrino Matarazzo is officially the miracle man of Spanish football. He just defied the odds and his own club's AI predictions to lead Real Sociedad to their first major trophy in nearly 40 years. It is a massive Copa del Rey victory that has turned San Sebastian upside down with celebration.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the PopSockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Next up, the FA Cup is back, and the stakes could not be higher as Manchester City aims to make history by reaching their fourth consecutive final. They are set to clash with Southampton at Wembley, while our football expert Chris Sutton goes head-to-head with podcaster Alfie Watts to predict all the drama of this weekend's Premier League fixtures. Meanwhile, Deniz Undav is absolutely on fire at VfB Stuttgart and is closing in on a legendary club record. After a gritty extra-time win over Freiburg sent them to the Berlin final, all eyes are on this clinical striker as he pushes to etch his name into the history books alongside club icon Mario Gomez. Finally, the pressure is mounting in the Premier League as Mikel Arteta and Arsenal fight to reclaim the top spot from Manchester City. Down at the other end of the table, Roberto De Zerbi and his struggling Tottenham side are in a desperate scrap for survival that you cannot afford to miss. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to stay updated with all the latest football action. Imagine a president, a football club on the brink of disaster, and a high-tech algorithm that tells you to steer clear of your next manager. It sounds like a bad sci-fi movie, but for Real Sociedad, it was the reality that led to their biggest miracle in decades. Picture this: 100,000 people flooding the streets of San Sebastian, cheering for an American coach who is struggling to read a speech in the local Basque tongue. Why? Because Pellegrino Matarazzo just delivered the club's first major trophy in nearly 40 years. It is the ultimate underdog story, and it almost didn't happen because of a line of code. When club president Jochen Apirabe asked an AI if he should hire the former Bundesliga coach, the computer flatly said no. Thankfully, Apirabe ignored the machine. You see, Real Sociedad was in freefall. After losing legends like Mikel Merino and Martin Zubimendi, the team had plummeted to 15th place, sitting just 1 point above the relegation zone. They needed a lifeline, not an algorithm. Matarazzo stepped in with a radical shift in philosophy. Stop overthinking, keep it simple, and let the players find their own joy on the pitch. And it worked. In just 4 months, he took a squad that looked like it was heading for the second division and turned them into Copa del Rey winners. He did it by leaning into the club's identity, trusting homegrown talent like goalkeeper Unai Marrero, who literally saved the final in a penalty shootout, and building a culture that values human connection over complex tactical overload. He even brought in former Bundesliga defender Ömer Toprak as an assistant, despite his self-admitted, exaggerated Spanish skills. Matarazzo isn't just a manager, he's a student of the city, walking the beaches and soaking in the culture, which is probably why the fans have embraced him as the miracle man. He's officially turned the tide, and that same AI that once doubted him, well, after the semifinal win, it finally updated its rating of him to excellent. Proof that while data can predict the past, it can't always account for the heart and soul of a football team. If you enjoyed this wild ride, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the stories that define the beautiful game. Is data-driven management the future of football, or will human intuition always win the day? Let me know your take in the comments below. Can Manchester City rewrite history at Wembley, or are we in for a major FA Cup shock? Welcome back to the Ultimate Football Breakdown, where today I'm joined by Race Across the World winner and refereeing aficionado Alfie Watts. We are diving deep into the drama of the FA Cup semifinals and the high-stakes battles unfolding in the Premier League. First up, the spotlight is on City's pursuit of a fourth consecutive final, though Southampton might have a different script in mind. Alfie's insight as a match official gives us a unique perspective on the grit required to stay up in the top flight, especially as he grapples with the heart-wrenching reality of his beloved Spurs' survival fight. Will Tottenham finally find a win against a relegated Wolves, Or is the dream fading? We've got every prediction covered, from the tension at Anfield to the chaos at Chelsea, where Liam Rosnier's departure has left a cloud of uncertainty. It is a weekend where every single point counts, and the margins between glory and failure have never been thinner. Do you think our predictions hold water, or are we completely off the mark? Let us know your scores in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button to keep up with the action, and remember, in this game, until the final whistle blows, absolutely anything can happen. Is Deniz Undav on the verge of writing himself into the history books at VfB Stuttgart? The numbers are starting to suggest exactly that. In a heart-stopping DFB-Pokal semi-final clash that went all the way to extra time, Stuttgart managed to edge past SC Freiburg 2-1, securing a ticket to the big stage in Berlin against Bayern Munich. But it wasn't a straightforward walk in the park. For huge stretches of this match, Coach Sebastian Hoeneß's ultra-aggressive game plan, packing the pitch with as many attackers as he could, looked like it was backfiring. Stuttgart's expected goals stat in the first half was a miserable 0.07. They were struggling, and they were frustrated. That frustration had a name: Matthias Ginter. The Freiburg defender put on a masterclass, recording 14 clearances and winning 9 of his 14 duels. He was an absolute wall, and with German national team manager Julian Nagelsmann watching from the stands, Ginter made the kind of statement that makes you wonder why he hasn't been back in the international fold for 3 years. His performance was textbook, yet as we know, international call-ups are a different beast entirely. While Ginter controlled the back, Deniz Undav was having a rough night, losing challenges and spraying passes until the moment that mattered. And that is exactly why he is a special player. In the 71st minute, Undav finally broke through, finishing a gorgeous build-up to claw Stuttgart back into contention. By the time Thiago Tomas hammered home the winner in the 119th minute, the narrative had shifted entirely. Undav now sits on 37 total goal contributions for the season. He is chasing Mario Gomez's legendary 2008-09 record of 41 points. With only a few games left and a massive final in Berlin, Undav isn't just playing for a trophy. He's playing for a piece of club immortality and, quite possibly, the biggest contract of his career. Can he find those final 4 goal contributions to cement his legacy as a Stuttgart icon? It's going to be a wild ride to the finish line. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories defining the season. Do you think Undav has enough gas in the tank to catch Gomez, or will the pressure of the final be too much? Let me know your take in the comments below. The Premier League title race is officially a knife-edge thriller, and this weekend could be the moment the momentum shifts again. Welcome back to the show. We are down to the final 5 games, and while Manchester City currently holds the cards, Arsenal is ready to launch a massive counterattack. Why? Because while City is busy fighting for glory in the FA Cup semi-finals against Southampton, the Gunners have a golden opportunity to reclaim that top spot this weekend. It is simple math, really. Arsenal is locked on 70 points with Pep's machine, but City has the edge on goals scored and that terrifying, cold-blooded experience of a veteran champion who knows how to finish a race. Mikel Arteta needs his squad to shake off that brutal Etihad loss and find their composure again. If they can get a result against a tough Newcastle side, they can put the psychological pressure right back where it belongs, on City's doorstep. It is high-stakes drama, but the tension doesn't stop at the top. Down in the danger zone, we are witnessing a genuine crisis for Tottenham. Imagine this: a club that hasn't seen the second tier in nearly 50 years is staring into the abyss. They are winless in the league since December, and the atmosphere is so heavy that manager Roberto De Zerbi is literally hiring a lead psychologist to fix the squad's crumbling morale. De Zerbi didn't mince words, basically saying he has zero patience for a defeatist attitude. Can they pull off a miracle win against Wolves? The stats experts at Opta are betting against them, but football isn't played on a spreadsheet. While the elite fight for silverware and the bottom dwellers fight for their lives, the race for those European spots is evolving into a wild scramble as well. Keep an eye on Brighton. They are absolutely flying under Fabian Hürzeler, and if the stars align with Villa's European performance, 6th place might just be the new ticket to the big time. It is a massive weekend of football, folks. Who do you have winning the title? And is it finally time for Spurs to face the drop? Drop a comment below with your predictions and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a second of the breakdown. Remember, in this league, the table never lies, but it can certainly break your heart.